Randy McKee here at Soccer 605. I'm here with Coach Derry, and we got a real treat today. A longtime friend, Chad Landis, who's a recovering referee and also the assignor here for the state rec tournament. Chad, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely.
You know, from your perspective, how do you think the tournament's going?
From my perspective, I think it's going fantastic. We've got an opportunity to get some young referees working some matches right in their comfort zone or maybe just above their comfort zone and see what we've got coming in the state with these young referees. I love it.
You know, earlier today I was over at a game and Chris was there as part of the eval crew with Mike Watson, and you know, it looked like they were having a pretty candid discussion down there with the referees about what happened that first half, which is just tremendous from my perspective.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for us to work with them. You know, we train them, we send them out to do matches, and they're thrown to the wolves, so to speak. And in this forum, we've got some extra assessors here that we can get around to these kids and adults that are reffing, spend some time, talk about what went wrong and what we can do better.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, the games I've watched today, that's been the most fun, is seeing the feedback being given. And and feedback is only as good as the people who are willing to take it.
Oh.
And the referees are taking it.
I'm sharing a story right now. I watched a young lady work this morning. She was nervous, and we talked after her game and said, "Hey, try this next time. You did good, but try this." She did one this afternoon, and I went and watched. And to watch her, like you just said, take the information, put it into action, and use it, she came off the field grinning.
Yeah.
I said, "How did that feel?" She's like, "Oh, so much better." So that, when they take that information and use it, just like when you guys coach and get that same result, man, what a fantastic feeling.
You know, one of the things that has always bothered me, especially when we have youth in the middle of the park, is parents and people over there harassing them. And you know, I don't know. Well, I mean, I was walking by several fields today, and they're whining and complaining, and you know, and we have a 14-year-old boy or girl in the middle of the field. You know, what could we do as people sitting on the sideline to help these people understand that that's not their right to whine and complain at a 14-year-old center?
Bluntly, tell them to shut up.
Okay.
I mean, let's be blunt. No, I had read an article once about a silent Saturday, where all of the spectators are required to be completely silent. And the feedback from it was the kids loved it because they're not getting yelled at by their parents as players. The referees loved it because they were able to just go out and put their craft to work.
Yeah.
And that, if you could make that happen, Coach, you know, it'd be awesome. But you know, just we need to educate some of the parents as well, and you know, come to a ref class. You don't have to be a referee, but come to the class.
Yeah.
We can show you what we're teaching them and give you maybe an understanding from someone that doesn't know the game as a parent.
Yeah.
What you're seeing out there, hey, we make mistakes. Referees do, even the top level ones, and you know, it's going to happen.
Well, it was kind of funny today. I was over watching a match, and I was sitting by a guy who seemed to know quite a lot about soccer. I didn't learn much from him, but he seemed to know quite a bit about it. And he's on the ref and he's on the player, and he got on this one player about, "Come on, you got to get in there harder." And the player literally stopped playing, and he came over and looked at the guy, and he said, "Maybe you would like to come try it."
Love it.
And, yeah. The guy, and then the kid left, and the guy said, "Well, what did he say?" And I said, "You know, maybe you could come try to play. And then he could take your place here criticizing the players." And, you know, away the game went. But I love that the kid came over and said, "Come on, give it a try. You know, we need to do that."
And, you know, and I think that what Chad said earlier feeds right back into it, education. We have a lot of parents out there that need to, it's not that they're wanting to be a certain way, it's that they just don't understand what the referee is seeing or how the referee sees it.
Yeah.
And, you know, as parents, I think we all get excited about our kids out there, and as coaches, you know what, we get excited too. And anyone who's watching this right here knows I've been plenty excited many a time. So, but I think the good thing is to sit back and understand, hey, you got a 13 or 14 or 15-year-old kid out there. In the end, when they walk out the field, that's still a kid. They're still a child. Well, and let them get out there and learn and make the mistakes. Because guess what? Show me a perfect kid, and I'll show you a saint.
Yeah. And if you want our referees to improve, we can't chase them off when they're 15 and 16 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Because 40-year-olds like me need to go out into pasture at some point. And the only way I get replaced is that 15-year-old that sticks around because he's got thick skin and maybe can take a little abuse from some coaches and parents. Shouldn't have to, but how do we keep them in it? You guys as coaches want better younger referees. If we can get that education to the parents, we keep those kids around.
And the reality is the game needs that 14-year-old kid in the middle way more than it needs the mouthy parent on the sideline. And, you know, we need to recognize that and support those kids. And, you know, I think you make the perfect point. If you see somebody or hear somebody harassing a young ref or any ref, tell them to shut up. It's not their right to do that. I would support you in that.
Well,
If you told me to shut up, I would probably shut up.
And you don't want our referees to tell your players, oh, that's a terrible shot. What were you thinking? Oh, that pass was terrible. Couldn't you put it on his foot? Why was it bound? I mean, we don't want us to do that to the players. So it works both ways.
Yep.
And I love my pregame speech when I talk to the little kids is pretty simple. How many of you are having a good time playing soccer? They all raise their hand and say, I am. Perfect. I'm not here to change it. You have a great time. I'm just here to give you a little bit of help. And that's what it should be. And you know what? That's what the parents should be doing too.
Yep.
Giving help to their kids by supporting them, and that means the kid that's also referee in that game.
Yep. So Chad, one last thing. I know you got to get rolling here, but what's going on around the state in terms of educating, bringing young refs in, teaching them how to do the thing? I mean, it just is amazing the amount of progress I think you guys have made in the last 3-4 years in terms of educating kids and all the refs actually.
Well, thank you for the nice comment. We've tried as a state ref committee to use common sense. Do I need this game? No. That young referee needs this game. I've done this U16 game 100 times. They've done it once. Let's put them out there, see what they got. Some exciting stuff we've got going. We've got youth regionals in Des Moines in a couple weeks here. We're sending a delegation of 17 refs from South Dakota. Some assessors and mentors are in there.
17
total. Yeah, we've got one young guy. You can't see him on camera over here. Out of Westington Springs. He's working a U14 match right now. He's going to regionals. Owen Whitty. Josh Bush, who's out of Rapid City here. He's a 17-year-old kid, just graduated from high school. He was our young referee of the year this last year. He's going to regionals. Haley Hondonat out of Rapid City. She just graduated from high school this year. She's going. Connor Shuck, who you guys just did a nice thing on with his state badge, 22-year-old kid is going. So we've got some youth going to represent us at regionals for South Dakota. Just as you guys have been putting good product on as players, we're finally putting some good product on as referees, and it's exciting. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, I for one really want to commend all of you guys. It's kind of funny the different relationship I have with you guys when I'm running the soccer 605 shield around than when I'm sitting on the sideline. But it's really been.
We don't let you sit long on this.
Well, yeah, but it's been very well appreciated because I get to go see how you guys talk to each other, and it isn't all we did such a beautiful job. I mean, you guys are on.
There's no sticking up for each other.
No.
It's cutthroat.
There's both coaches have been around the referees afterwards when we do some debriefing and talk down, and we'll undress each other.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did something wrong, especially our higher level referees, there's some comfort working with each other. We'll let you know because the game needs you to get it right.
Yeah.
We don't need to get it right for each other. The game needs you to get it right. And that's been a huge thing in improving our ref ability, is being able to be comfortable calling each other out and working through it to improve.
Yep. Well, I think we've probably done enough here. I really want to thank you, Chad, and I want to congratulate you on getting out of the Achilles problem and back into rehab, and we're looking forward to seeing you out there trotting around on the field here one of these days and blowing that whistle.
Fingers crossed. September 1 will be 6 months from injury. So
fantastic.
6 to 12 is the recovery period. Let's shoot for 6.
Look at that beautiful smile on the field.
And the shadow.
And remember, folks, when you hear somebody being a dummy on the sideline, tell them to shut up. Okay. Thanks a lot. Support the refs.